Okay, well, anyway, how many of us have bought these brand new vehicles, brand new cars and trucks, and with just gorgeous headlights, and within a year, maybe two, your headlights start to fade? And it's the sun that's trying to kill these. Back in the olden days when I had my 1976 GMC Jimmy, we had glass headlights, and all you had to do was wipe the glass off and you had clear headlights. But now what we've got are these plastic headlights that the companies put on these brand new $50,000, well, this is not a $50,000 car, but my truck was, and his headlights is turned to this shit. Well, anyway, with a little bit of effort, and I got this Meguiar's headlight restoration kit, and I pretty much swear by it. It's pretty good. It taught me a lot, but the thing of it is, it only gave two sandpapers, two types of sandpapers, 1,000 grit and 3,000 grit. So let's see, I went out and got my own sandpaper. I started off, some of these are bad. This one right here is pretty bad. So what I started off on that one is I started off with 320 grit just to get that initial crud off, and then you have to go. Then I went with a 400 grit sandpaper, and you don't have to sand really hard, your arms aren't falling off at the end. But then I went to 600 grit, then I went to 1,000 grit, went from 1,000 grit to 1,500 grit to 2,000 grit, and then the end result was 3,000 grit sandpaper, all wet sandpaper, by the way. Then after I did the wet sandpaper bit, I took some rubbing compound that Meguiar's sent with me. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is it's called Plastic X, but what it is essentially is it's a finishing rubbing compound. That's what it is. But anyway, you put the finishing rubbing compound, and you can either do it by hand or with me. I'm pretty lazy. I did it with my trusty buffer here. So anyway, I did my buffer, and then after I buffed it, I cleaned it off with the Windex, and then I put this headlight coating on it. It's probably, I don't know, is it a varnish or something? I don't know. Anyway, it's called a headlight coating. But it turned out to be this. Just like brand new. It will last. I'm not quite sure how long it'll last, but I'll probably just give it a touch up with some 3,000 grit, or maybe some just buffing compound. But my last headlights, they've lasted probably 3/4 of a year, and they're still pretty good. But this is what turns out with just a little bit of effort instead of buying brand new headlights.